go RVing in Ohio. It'll be fun, they said. What do you think, Jill?
I think it's too much snow.
Too much snow, really? Came up with that all by yourself?
Yeah.
So we had to take a late little ride here to get Mr. Diesel Dog some doggy food. He might like to eat this weekend, so we had to venture the storm. Unfortunately, I don't think even if we tried to get out of here, we could get out of here. I don't think Boomer will make it up this hill. It does make it pretty, but it's definitely a little treacherous, and they're calling for more. How much did you say we got out there right now, Jill?
2 to 3.
2 to 3? Yeah, probably about a safe assumption, I'd imagine.
Supposed to get another 2 to 3 tomorrow.
2 to 3 tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
So yeah, even though all the snow still hasn't covered up all the holes in this road going back here into the campground. I guess we'll stop at the
Are
stop.
you really stopping? Do you think there's going to be traffic?
Well, there's a stop sign. It's
I think it's for the summer when there's people actually
oh,
going.
shush. Still should stop. Well, if you look back down through there, there's actually the lakes over that way. Let me see, RV speed limit 10 miles an hour.
It's nice getting out at the moment.
Yep. The only bad thing is, see, we got to go up, down, and through the woods here, and down this nice little goat path. There's drop off right here, and on the other side as well. And then you got to get back up the other side here. And well, as you guys can see, we are sideways trying to get back up here.
We're just having fun.
I was not having fun there. It was actually slick. Now, when I came home today, that was all mud. So, the mud was treacherous enough. Now we got the ice and the snow on top of that. So, yay. And I can't even see the road now in here. Can you? There it is.
I'm guessing it's
Well,
right
I know it's to the right of that tree that's down there.
to the right of the sign that says don't drive on the grass.
Wow.
And it's in between the cones that they posted here for you.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, this is actually a really deep snow here, guys. It really is. Oh, man, I guess you guys really can't see
Not
that.
Alaska deep or Washington probably deep.
No, but this is actually some pretty deep snow to be down here RVing in.
That's the road.
I did not pass our road. Our road's right here.
Oh.
Yeah. Look, there's Boomer. There's Boomer, and here's a mud hole. I'm not going to hit the car. Shut up.
Car.
Well, guys, RVing in the winter is not very fun. So many different things you got to contend with. One thing we're dealing with right now is frozen water. So we had to go up to the truck stop today, take showers. Nothing worse than not have to leave your comforts of your own home and run to the truck stop, take a shower. Temperatures dropped dramatically, back down into -4 again last night. Has got the water here in the park froze up, so therefore no water in the motorhome today. The good thing is it's not Boomer. Boomer's not froze up, but with these cold temperatures here, we've actually drained our tank, our freshwater tank, to make sure we didn't have any issues from that. Which that's what I advise doing. Never keep a big bunch of water on your motorhome, especially when your tanks are exposed to the elements. Even though ours is, kind of in a bay, but it's not, and there's no place to put a heater in that particular bay where our freshwater tank is. So, whew, yeah. definitely, RVing in the winter is definitely not for everyone. And we've got some new neighbors moving in, and they're trying to contend with water themselves today. And needless to say, I don't think that's quite working out for them over there. Well, we are just going to settle in for the rest of the day, I believe, and just kind of stay warm. Like I said, we had to venture out today to go take showers. Yeah, it's kind of a nuisance to run out and take a shower, but that kind of leaves us without having to worry about freezing pipes up inside a boomer. Besides that, the water outside ain't working anyway. So what we done was we went ahead and let the water out of the system last night just to evacuate the lines, just in case, because it did drop down to -4 last night. So we just took a little extra precaution, figured we'd check it this morning and see if there's any water going to come out from the spigot. Yeah, not so much. So it's all frozen out there. So one of the things that what we've done to kind of combat the frozen temperatures with water and stuff is the last little cold snap when we first got here, the park water wasn't working either. So we ended up having to go and buy several gallons of water from the store. Kind of a nuisance, but it's kind of a good thing to have. So what we did when we had this nice little warm up the other day, water was flowing. We got all the things done that we needed to get done with water. I got a lot of those things done, and Miss Jill, thinking ahead, she went ahead and filled up 10 or 15 gallons jugs that we had just kind of stuck into our basement area, just extra, precaution. She filled those up, and that definitely will hold us over while the real cold snap is here. Might be a little bit more gallons of water than what we actually need for what we need to do. Now, granted, we could have actually, like I said, took showers here, or baths rather, heated up our water and done all that good stuff. Because we do have a bathtub here in Boomer. But, really, that's just a kind of waste of water, especially when we could take advantage of using the truck stop that was, relatively close. I think it's, about 20-minute drive, 30-minute drive. But, 30 minutes is worth taking a shower in my book.
Yeah.
So, but all in all, RVing in the winter, it's really not for everybody. Like I said, it can be a very intense learning curve especially if you're new to RVing and you don't have any kind of mechanical skills or mechanically inclined at all, because things will go wrong, and everything wants to go wrong this time of year. Things just don't want to work. When we got here, our valve, when we tried to hook to city water, it automatically, for some reason, the bypass did not completely close off or failed or something at that moment, or was frozen stuck. But we ended up refilling our fresh water tank, and our fresh water tank here on Boomer holds 100 gallons of fresh water. So that kind of made it a kind of a pain in the butt late in the evening when we got here and got set up. Had the water hooked up and thought everything was cool. Well, then walked outside just to check for leaks and make sure that everything was still flowing like it should, outside. Happened to walk around the other side of Boomer, and I heard water running. I thought, oh Lord, what happened in here? I thought something happened in our bay to our water connections. And I start looking. I'm like, no, that's not coming from there. It was actually shooting out of our fill neck for our fresh water tank. So up till 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, we were draining 100 gallons of water out here, trying to pray that it didn't freeze, because it was going to get cold that night. They were talking like -15 that night.
With wind chill, yeah.
Yeah, with wind chill. It was going to be -15, and luckily we averted tragedy by getting that water all taken out. So that kept our fresh water tank from freezing up. But, it was just a whole bunch of having to purge all the lines and kind of make sure everything that was going to be on that side of the motorhome, where our fresh water tank and all the lines going that way, was not going to freeze up. So it made for a long night. So RVing in the winter, like I said, it's got all kinds of challenges. Our biggest thing is you get some Reflectix. That's the best thing. Have some different sources of heat. Have you some ceramic heaters. We run a thermostat controlled ceramic heater that we leave on biggest part of the day. We usually keep about 68, 69. Then we have a small ceramic heater that we actually keep in our bedroom area. And we put it on the lowest setting in there where it kind of kicks off and on. And that's fine. It keeps it 68, 69 degrees in here. And I think it's really good. The one good thing, though, I guess the being lazy aspect has come to play in favor. Miss Jill wants to put hardwood floors inside the motorhome, and
Or new carpet. I don't care.
but at this moment, it was probably a good thing that we did not do that, because no matter how much we try to do outside to try to keep this, other than we haven't actually put any kind of material around Boomer on the outside, just because it would be basically probably a waste of money for us, because we don't know how long we're going to be here. We could be here another week. We could be here another month. I don't know. It just kind of depends on work schedule at the moment. So us go out and buy a big bunch of that stuff to maybe only be here a week, to us, it's just not cost effective to go do that. But anyway, back to, good thing I didn't change it, because there is a lot of cold air that comes up on that floor. So these floors are like ice cubes sometimes. Not the carpet area, but the linoleum here in the kitchen part of Boomer. That can get a little frosty on your toes, and
Yep.
big, thick, heavy socks, that kind of helps combat that. Now, in the daytime when it's cold like that, we do stick the ceramic heater in the kitchen area there and blows across the linoleum floor. That makes it nice. It makes it nice and toasty then. But honestly, it really hasn't been too awful bad, I don't think. I mean, it could be worse RVing in the wintertime. The only thing that concerns me is all the freeze and refreeze that's going on the roof, trying to make sure all that snow and stuff stays off of there, because we don't want that to do that. And then the combatants of the moisture inside. Like I said, get damp rid, put plenty of damp rid out, and also vent your motorhome from time to time. Let some of the moisture out, because moisture will cause mold. But we're definitely looking forward to, hopefully the next assignment is someplace warm, either Florida, Texas, or any place like that. But it looks like this year there's really no place for anybody really to run off to. It's been pretty nasty cold in places as far away as Dallas, Texas. And they were snowing in Florida too, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'll take their cold over this cold.
I'll take their cold over this cold any day. You're right. I'll go
It was
run.
-4 when I went walking this morning at 7:30. And that's without the wind chill.
Yeah, so definitely if you're going to RV in the wintertime, guys, definitely be prepared. Just keep extra blankets, keep extra clothing, heavier clothing. And if you're full time and you keep a lot of that stuff anyway, because this is your home, this is not a weekend retreat. But just make sure you always practice, because this kind of weather will just it can kill you. So be real mindful of your exposure outside and things like that. Don't get out there and get too wet, even if you got a problem going on outside. That problem, you getting hypothermia and freezing to death out there, it's not really worth it. If worst case scenario, leave it, run away, go find you some shelter, don't freeze. But we've actually enjoyed being back here in Ohio for this little bit of time we've been back here, seeing people that we miss from here, the kids and family and friends and stuff like that. But we're definitely, no offense, friends, family who might be watching out there, we don't like you that much. We're ready to go someplace warm.
Just like life, everybody's busy, so.
Exactly. Yeah, so it really, everybody's got so many things to do. I mean, so really, it's nice to be here, but really, it's kind of like when we lived here. You barely ever seen each other anyway, so what difference does it make? Anything else you want to touch base on, huh? No?
I don't think so.
Yeah, our video is a little short today, guys. Work's been busy, the weather's been crazy, and basically we've been working on our brand and all this stuff right here. The ones who watching Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff know all about it. So we've been working on getting that stuff done, working with our web company, our web host company, to get our e-commerce store up and going, and our other part of our website up and going. So we've been working diligently on that, and it's just really taken away from the free time. It actually almost feels like back in the stick and brick, like you just never had any time to do anything here the last few weeks since we've been back to Ohio. Even though we've been sedentary here more than we've been for the last few months, now it's playing catch up on all the things that we need to get done. I know I've been pretty bad about not just turn the camera on and let it play and record what's going on. But that's something that we should be able to start resuming again here soon. hopefully the weather will cooperate with us. I mean, there's so many things right here in this area that we'd like to show you guys, but I'm not going out there right now. No. But there's a lot of good things to do here around Ohio. I mean, if it warms up here in the next week or so before we take off, we'll take you guys into downtown and show you some of the nice little, I guess, the scene.
Should take them to the library. The one in Lithopolis.
It's like, that's not fun. I was talking about, the nightlife, and she said the library.
The
My
library.
bookworm.
It is that huge building, the huge old house. It
Yeah.
used to be somebody's house. It's like the size of a mansion. It's huge. It's all brick. It's
It's a
beautiful.
pretty place. It is a pretty place.
And it's supposed to have it's supposed to be gorgeous on the inside. So
Well, hopefully we'll be able to get some footage of that right there. Show you guys a little bit of the town we're in. And then we'll drop off some coordinates and all that stuff on that video, of course. And but yeah, hopefully, maybe like I said, in the next few weeks we might be able to take you guys around some of the places here. That way, if you guys happen to be in the Ohio area, the Columbus, Ohio area, Central Ohio, show you guys some things that you can do for a little adult fun and activities for the families and stuff like that. Meaning the over 21 crowd is what I meant by that. So
I got that.
yeah, but I heard that snicker from her, like, yeah, okay, the adult crowd. Yeah. Anyway, guys.
Like, are we going to find some adults to show them the adult crowd? Because we're not adults.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers to never growing up. All right, guys. So this is Tony.
And Joe.
We
And
say,
Diesel.
yeah, and Diesel's laying over there. We say thanks for watching, guys. And continue to tune in to Rolling with the Bolins here. And thanks a lot for coming over, checking out rollingthebolins.com over on Facebook and on Instagram. Greatly appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. We're going to, like I said, we're going to have some exciting stuff coming up for you here very soon with our branding and all that stuff. So just stay tuned, and we'll talk to you soon. And if you guys happen to be in these areas here, especially the northern part, stay warm. Stay warm. Stay warm. Stay warm. And to our friends in the south who are experiencing snow and cold that you guys never been, ha! That's what you get. Nah, just kidding. Everybody be safe out there, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.